Thank you, Ethan.
You're welcome, but it also wasn't me. Yeah, there's that drizzle.
I was talking to the race director one.
Yeah, you can thank my mother for inconveniently naming me.
Oh, I got it, mate. My kid's called Ethan too.
Must be a brilliant child then.
He's a bit of a retard, if I'm honest with
Yeah, no, it comes with the name.
you.
Alright, I'll just drop out of that chat just to get things moving. So tonight we are racing around Le Mans, Circuit de la Sarthe. We're doing 90 minutes. It looks like there's going to be rain. I did not see that before the race. 10% chance of rain, and quite cool actually. The big thing will be fuel tonight, or the virtual energy, to see if anybody can do it on a one stop. I think it's about 12 or 13 laps for a typical stint. So if you do 90 minutes, that's typically 26 laps, so I think there's a chance that might not work. Anyway, we're racing here with ASA tonight, so it's the 4th round in their sprint series. So we'll see how we go tonight. We've got a bunch of familiar names in here. So we've got Graham, Ash, quite a lot of other people like Simon in the team, all in here as well, giving Le Mans Ultimate a go. So yeah, it's gonna be all about trying to figure out how hectic that rain will be. I've not really raced this game in the rain at all, so I think I had one GT3 race once in the rain. It doesn't affect it too much, but you have to tick up the TC and ABS and hope for the best, I reckon. With only 10%, you can't plan for that, so hopefully it will just be dry tires all throughout. So that will be a key thing. If that hits in the middle when people stopping, whether they put on wets or dries. But if you have to stop twice, there's a good chance that might work, where you just do a short stint on the wets and then go put on the wets and the dries again for the last stint or something. So I don't know, a lot of strategy to play out. Yeah, I've missed the first 2 races as well, so not really too serious about this this league. But yeah, just good to experience the game and get into it. So yeah, hopefully we'll be joined by a few people. I know Albert's got a few questions on all things LMU, so hopefully we'll have a few guys saying hi. It's more just for myself, to keep myself accountable. Makes me drive differently, I think, when you're streaming. So took that one from Jim. So anyway, I'll be back in just a second. Right, so one of the things I've got to try and figure out is how to refresh the car liveries. So by default LMU sometimes launches them all into this Porsche livery. So the cars get there and so that it doesn't stutter up the server too much. But I think there's a way to get vehicles loaded. There we go. So let's see if we can get a button up here. That didn't work. I've got auto starter on, so I'll do that for now, just for this game. Should be fine. Let's go back to watch, and then let's see. No, so loading vehicles doesn't really help. So this floating is obviously because all the servers are in Europe. And that's the one big thing I reckon they still have to fix in this game. It's quite frustrating, the way that it views the cars on replay mode, and also when you do like broadcasting, which is why not a lot of people are doing it. I think in live stream, when you're on board with a person, it's kind of okay. So anyway, enough talking. Let's go out there and just load the default race setup. I'll put new softs on because the temps are quite cool. And for those who's watching for the first time, some of the tires work better in different conditions. So you've got 3 types of tires in Le Mans Ultimate: soft, medium, hard, obviously wets as well, and they have different temperatures. So the soft, I think optimal is 74, 84, 94, so in increments of 10. So you've got to try and manage the temps of the tires throughout the race. So yeah, right. So full fuel load. Let's go out there and see if the game will work with us tonight. It's been quite buggy lately. There we go, drizzle. So I'm going to try and just get out there on soft tires now anyway. See how the car feels. If we look at the track, it's still saturated grip, which means it's still a dry track. So that's fine. Auto wipers coming on, so that's useful. Come in handy because I have not mapped a wiper button yet. So that's good. The other thing to manage on the right is the battery. So in these cars you want to have it always not at 100 and not at 0. And the motor map is what makes you deplete the battery compared to fuel. So you're not really worried about normal fuel in this game. When you go to the pits, it replenishes virtual energy, which is the battery, as well as fuel. And I think only when you go over a certain amount of kilometers or speed do you see there's little blue arrows that shows that the battery is now being depleted. So the more higher I turn up the motor map, the more it uses of that and the less it uses of the actual fuel. So for this track it's typically about 20-40, so you just want to have it in the middle, because what happens when it hits 0 and you hit the brakes hard, you'll lock the rears. So that's just one of those little things that's quite unique to the game. So yeah, also because it's wet, our times might be slower, which means the one stop might actually work tonight, I think. So that'll be worth checking. And the only way you can really save fuel or energy consumption is by lifting and coasting. You can if you bind a clutch, go into neutral, and that helps as well. But for the sake of the exercise, for this championship, we'll just lift and coast basically into all the big braking zones where we are already carrying a lot of speed. So hopefully the audio is alright. Just looking on the other side, it looks okay. Frames per second is about 100 at the moment, so it's not too bad. And so if we look at the tyre temps there, you'll see 60, 60, 65. So for this softs, you kind of want that to be 74, ideally. Now, it is raining at the moment, not hard, so I don't think it will impact that too much. It will obviously keep the track much cooler, and therefore the softs is the right rubber to be on at the moment, but it's definitely not wet. It's gone damp, so this is very interesting information to just see, like lap times, and if the car can be controlled with slick tires on a damp track. Because I'm thinking they've loaded this practice server to be a similar weather condition to the race. Which is why this will be good. Just to figure out what to do in terms of the race when it does come down. So I'm not sure if it's going to start with rain or end with rain or in the middle of the race. Definitely not a dry track. I can already feel the car is moving around a bit compared to when I was on a bit earlier and it was dry. Just taking it easy here, just want to see what it's like with these tires. So I'd really like the basic overlays that come with LMU, because it gives you also the virtual energy at the top from other people, and that's very important when it comes to like race strategy and understanding how much other people have been fuel saving and how much they've got left and roughly when they'll pit. So that's very useful. It tells you the tires as well, and then the MFD at the bottom is really good. The relative shows you the different classes as well. Information on the track, how many cuts you've got, penalties, the actual time, and then it's got this widget has changed a little bit. Gives you a bit more information now than it before, because you can scroll for delta or sector times or split times, and then you can also go relative or current timing, so that's very cool. And then back to the tires screen, where it shows us brake temperature, shows us how much usage we've got left in the tire, but also shows us the temperature. The pressure is less important here, I think, but it's all about the temperatures for the right tires. Fuel we'll go through later on. As we go through the stream today, I'll talk through that quite a bit. So I haven't changed any traction control settings or anything just yet, or ABS. The car's definitely understeering a bit more. So we've got a few tools we can deploy. We can maybe soften the anti-roll bars. These are things you can do in the car. So you'll see the front anti-roll bar is currently set to P3. Somebody found the barrier. So let's see, so it's a 329 on full fuel. Definitely felt a little bit rough. Didn't want to turn in. So I can move the brake bias back as well now, to be honest, which I probably should do, and then I can change the anti-roll bars as well, which I'll probably do the next lap. So I did some races here with Ashley the other day, and we were doing like a 2.4 hour race. So I've just loaded the same setup. It's just the Coach Dave setup. Just fairly good. I think the default setups in the game is pretty good. Yep, so I can probably soften it one. So I've just gone down one click on anti-roll bar. And in terms of brake bias, I can actually move it backwards. Just one click for now, and see what a difference that potentially makes. Hard to gauge, but yeah, so you've got a couple of tools which you can do in the car, which is quite nice. And then I won't talk about brake migration. There's a whole concept of how much the brakes actually change at the point of braking. I haven't played with that at all. Just send it as it is. That was good. I didn't lock up like I did the previous lap. So I feel like these two changes already has made a difference. And then if we look at the last two tabs, here at the top you can still do all the basic traction control, power cut, slip angle, which we'll discuss, and then you've got the virtual energy. This is basically the key, and when you go to the pits, this part of the MFD is what you want to set to kind of say, right, okay, how much fuel are we going to put in terms of virtual energy? And it's a number as you exit the pits, which is confusing. As opposed to most other games, you say how much fuel you want to add. That is a number as you leave the pits, what should be in there. The fuel ratio is the conversion. You'll see there's two bars, bottom right, around the actual fuel and the virtual energy. Definitely getting a bit wet, to be honest. A little bit wet, very wet. I just killed the car. That was good. That will look good for the replay. And as you can see, you can also fix repairs as well. So if I just go up there, you've got the option to just do bodywork or all of it. In this case, I've obviously killed the car completely. The fuel ratio is basically the ratio of how much fuel compared to virtual energy. You want to almost max that out so that fuel becomes, you know, the little bit of weight it does, it's almost nothing. And then you've got tires. So here you can choose new softs when you stop, new mediums, new hards, new wets, or you can put any of your used on, or you can also mix and match. So I can say I want the front left to be a hard tire and the rest to be mediums or whatever. So all really simple and really easy in the MFD to do that. So let's hop back to the garage. Alright, so the track damp. In fact, I want to see if it's still damp or if it's actually wet. That did not feel fantastic. Yeah, track damp. So I think it's drivable. I don't know if it's going to be quicker on wets. I don't think I'm going to test it. I think we'll just wing it. Whenever it comes out, and we'll just hopefully have warm tires already and just send it. So there you can see the last thing I wanted to talk about was the fuel in the MFD. Mate, I don't know. Damp, I could still drive it there, so it's probably the one below it, which is probably I've got no idea what it is. It's probably lightly or slightly wet or something like that. But it would be the one below damp. Damp is still good for dries, I think. So yeah, I was doing 129s or 129 330s with slick tires then on full fuel. So I think it's okay in damp still. And I don't know it's going to rain too hard. The forecast said only 10%, so I don't think it's going to be too hectic. Yeah, I also think damp's manageable. Man, I reckon it might be actually quite good, Graham, because I think depending on when it rains, because fuel was always going to be an issue, lap times will be slower, which means a one stop can actually get there if it's going to get wet. But also, if it's too wet, you do two stops, you put your weights on when you need to, and then it will work out as well. But it will be interesting. Interesting strategy race, man. So good luck to you, man. I hope you have a good one. I've just loaded the Coach Dave setup here. It's feeling okay. I tried the Go setup earlier today and it was loose, man. So thanks for sharing that, but no, couldn't handle it, especially through the the Ford S's chicanes. I just lost the car. Simon says if he doesn't bin it, he'll be happy. I agree. Yeah, man, I think it's going to be a really cool race. I really like this league. We're really not taking it too seriously. I missed a few anyway, so it's good to just, knuckle down and have some fun. I like how they're spicing it up as well. Some races are 45 sprints, some is 90 minutes, just some has got 2 times fuel, almost the way Shakedown used to do it. So I really quite like that. It's not just boring 60-minute races all the time. So you got to think a little bit what to do, depending also on your grid spots. So we've got. Let's go back and see if anyone's on track. As opposed to watching my car. So obviously quite a lot of GT3s. Let's sit with Simon. Simon's in the Ferrari 499P. Very solid car. Oh, look at him flying. Wow, he's going so fast he's flying like Webber. He almost flipped then. This game still has to sort out its replay and broadcasting mode. It's all a bit weird. So yeah, it's good. Simon is joining us. He's in the Ferrari. Bunch of Toyotas. All of them racing with the same number and the same liveries, just to make things confusing. This guy looked rapid, the drive. Yeah, there's not a lot of people out. Graham's on track, he's in the Peugeot. I think him as well as Ash is in the Peugeot. From memory. Yep, Ash is also in the Peugeot. So it's quite cool tonight. It looks like we've got 18 hypers already in the server. And we've got 14 GT3s. That's a pretty good grid. A few guys out there on wet at the moment. Yeah, you can see that we've got 10% rain, so that'll be quite interesting. I mean, passing GT3s, this is probably the track that's the best. Obviously, Sector 3, as you come through a lot of those S's, it can be, depending on where you catch them, quite tough. So hopefully that will be fun tonight. I might just quickly go and hop into the Discord chat as well, so we could hear the race briefing, if there is one. So typically the Discord chat is not too hectic, it's fairly quiet, so I'm happy to share that on the stream as well. But I've got to be in there for the driver briefing, so I've just done that. And for those who's followed OOR back in the day, you'll see there's a bunch of other names in here that comes from that league or used to race there too. People like Bruno. Ricky Packham is a very, very fast driver in specifically, apparently R Factor 2 before LMU, which is a very similar model. So he's very rapid. So those are probably the two to look out for the GT3s tonight. And in terms of the hypers, let's see. Paul Russell, very quick. Daniel Benelfield, he's like he's the gun, to be honest. And I think he's probably set that lap in the wet.
Gonna try.
So he's going to be untouchable, I reckon, today. It's typically a race for second or third. See if we can make the
I'll let you know
podium.
about the 80-minute mark.
Fair enough.
So it looks like the driver briefing is incoming soon.
It's going to be close.
Very.
Good evening, everyone.
Evening.
Good evening.
You in this fucking rain.
Is it finished?
It has not.
Threw in a little bit of a fun surprise, you know?
Why not? I love it.
Yeah, but if it's saying 27 and warm and sunny and dry, and everyone practices for that, kind of screws setups.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is only a practice session.
Valid point.
It's almost like real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but in
love
real
it.
life you've got weather forecasts.
Oh,
You can at
man.
least plan for it.
Yeah, true. This is just a practice session.
I'm actually quite happy it's a
Doesn't
bit
train.
different and that there's
Yeah,
rain.
the weather's really messed with my default setup.
Anyway, you'll see here, this is what I was talking about earlier, about optimal tire temps for the different tires. So, yeah, it's definitely going to
Man,
be
coming
cool.
out of pits with
So it'll
slicks,
probably be
cold
soft.
tires in damp, it's just horrible.
Oh, everyone's going to complain now. That's ridiculous,
Good not
man.
to have a setup.
Just is what it is, man, boys. Just get on with it. To be honest, it's my opinion. We're all in the same position. Yep, so I reckon what I'll do probably, just to get longevity out of the car, is to probably run it like this. So I'll be softs everywhere, and I might do front left medium, because I don't know if it's going to be a dry server. If it's a wet server, I'll just do softs.
Alright guys, I'm just loading in now. If you all want to jump in the pits, we'll do a quick briefing.
So yeah, Paul Russell, Daniel Benefield, these would be the two guys to watch. Probably Ben Vintner as well. And then in GT3s, I reckon it's Bruno and Ricky. Chris Donnelly is also very, very fast. These guys are all much faster than me in GT3s. So naturally, when I was racing with them, they kicked me. So I don't know how strong the hyper
And if
feels.
someone can let me know when everyone's in the pits.
But Daniel is definitely up there in the alien class. Because I reckon that time, which is only 5/10 of me, he's done when the track was already damp. So, yeah.
Just waiting on a few.
So yeah, so that is a very quick look at Lamar Ultimate. It's the first time I'm streaming Lamar. It's the first time I'm really playing one of these leagues. So I'm halfway in, but missed the first few races, as I said. Last week I came third. We did Lusail, the new Qatar, which is cool. So that was quite nice. I had a couple of incidents where I overtook Martin in the Ferrari, and yeah, I made contact when I probably should have been a bit more cautious, but still learning the hypers. It's not something I've really driven before, so not always that easy. So anyway, so this practice had a 1% chance of rain,
Adam.
and it was quite wet. So I would imagine a 10% chance of rain is going to be wet. So we'll see. It's going to be a spicy race. I think it's going to be fun. Will be fun to watch.
Alright, sweet. We'll kick off because I'm sure there's not long left. I'm loading in now. Alright, welcome to round 4, Le Mans. It's a 90-minute race. There's no mandatory pit stops, as we know. Fuel and tyres are normal, so there's no 2 times wear or anything like that. Yeah, 90 minutes, so make sure that the race is not won in turn 1, because it sure as hell may be lost there. What else have I got? For the protest, we're going to do something a little different. So it'll still be the same. Call your name and number when you have a protest. But when I review the protest, if it looks like that net code has had a huge impact, which is what we've seen recently, that incident will be investigated after the race, after I can get a replay of both cars involved. So if you guys can, I'll DM you guys and we can get a replay from both, just to make it a bit more fair, so that we aren't giving out drive-through penalties for cars that are heavily impacted by netcode. Private qualifying, which is about to start, and obviously no comms during race or quali. We'll try and keep that to absolute minimum. I'll let you guys go out for quali. I won't interrupt you. You've got 15 minutes, which isn't a lot of time around here. And we can answer any questions that you guys have after qualifying. But from me, that's pretty much it. I won't lie, the race is overcast, and there is a 1% chance of rain at some point. So I don't think it will rain, but I wanted to give it a go, see what happens. Yeah, so yeah, private quali, names and numbers only on the comms, and I can answer any questions you guys have before the race starts. It should be 2 minutes before the race starts after quali. So once the quali session goes green, you guys can jump out, and good luck.
Ethan, thanks for all this. Are you going to give penalties to people that whinge too much?
Essentially. I'll send my PayPal.
Hee.
Just a suggestion.
10-second penalty for Mr. Marsh, please. Thank you.
That's not counted as whinging, surely.
Also, just one thing from the admin side of things, we are currently working through what we're going to be doing on the next series. So we're just discussing that. We should have something out in the next week or so, I would say. But it's safe to say I think the next series might be a bit bigger.
Yes, definitely sounds exciting. That will be good. And weather will change.
Yay, unpredictability.
We're slightly predictable and
Yeah, simulations.
We're about to go into quali, so people will hopefully
good luck, guys.
mic mute up. I'll just load that up again. Put some extra fuel in, because that can catch you out. I'll go softs all round. And we'll send it. Alright, good luck to everyone. Yep, so somebody already got a stop-go penalty for something. Probably left the pits before he was supposed to. I'm not sure. Interesting one. Alright. Let's get the tires in temp and get the battery under control. So the funny thing is softs is not always faster than mediums. You'll see the guy I was talking about earlier, Daniel Benefield, is going out on mediums, so he obviously knows a thing or two more than I do, so that's probably the right thing to have done. But Anyway, because like I said, it's really just about tyre temps, and you'll see the little tyre diagram. It really shows nicely how your tyres are performing in terms of temp, and you want them to be green. So you'll see the front left will go bonkers in quali on these soft tyres, which is why I'm thinking if the server is these kind of conditions at the start, I might be inclined to put on a medium left front. Alright, let's turn the battery down, load a map. So that can be overwhelming, all the things to manage with the hypers, but it's really just virtual energy, battery, fuel, tires. And if you take the normal fuel out of it, it's just virtual energy really. And you can, once you understand the battery usage in a lap on a certain track, it can kind of just take care of itself. So it becomes a virtual energy and tires thing, which is not that complex. The one thing with this game though is you've got to bleed off the brakes a lot. If you just stamp on it, you lock up and you spin, and that's why a lot of people trying to transition from ACC is not enjoying it, because it's too hard. They keep on spinning their cars. Whereas with people that comes from iRacing, I think it's easier to adapt. So it's a bit more real life. It's not just smashing, you know, the brake at 100% and then getting on the throttle, which is a little bit what ACC has become. Now, I don't know how accurate that is compared to real life, but this is just a different style and very similar to the iRacing stuff we've been doing. So, alright, so let's look at the tyre temps. It's got to be in 70s for softs. And you'll see as we go through these corners here, the tyres just like so. I don't want to overdo it here. I'm going to just go through a bit slower. To not overuse these tyres or make them too hot. And these qualifying is private, so you can't bump into other cars or get delayed, so that's quite nice feature. Which I think for sim racing is really important, because yeah, not everyone is real world drivers and truly know how to conduct themselves in qualifying, and because you got different classes of car on track. I think I was close to a track cut. Yeah, because of the different classes, this just makes it easier, because imagine you had GT3s, hypers, maybe independently doing quali, it just becomes complicated and hard. Jeez, the server went very white there. I don't know what's going on there. If that's just because of the current conditions. I've never seen the track that white. I can't even see the lines. That's maybe as it's getting overcast with where the sun is. I don't know. Very interesting. Just want to get a banker in, don't want to push too hard, try and do a second lap, and that's probably all you'll have time for in a qualifying session like this. So I've got enough fuel in there to do this lap, another lap, and maybe one more, but there we go, locking up. You can see I'm only doing green sectors, so somebody else is doing the purples, so we're definitely not the fastest. No surprise. I think it's more just how far off the pace we will be today. That's the part I'd like to gauge. Full field, a lot of people here. Right, I think it's a pretty good bank lap. It's not fantastic, but I was literally on the limit, pushing hard, using all of the track and some. .25 flat. Yeah, I'm almost sorry for Daniel because he's probably going to have a bit of a boring race. He's just in his own league and probably just too good for the rest of us, unfortunately. I'm pretty happy so far with this lap. Let's see if we can finish it off properly. This is the difficult part to get right. Yep, bad exit there. I lost probably a tenth or two then. Let's see if we can send it through these corners a little bit quicker than the previous lap. Oh, Max Ricker. Get in there. A great lap. Used to be one of the OOR crowd in ACC. So good to see him here as well. I had a really good battle with Paul Russell last week, but I don't know if the Glickenhaus is the car to be in around this track. Let's see if we can find a bit more. No, that's not gonna be it. That's probably the end of that. Because there was only one spot I truly could make more time, and that was about 2/10 only. So that's probably all she wrote. I've never used all of that track. It seems like you can, but it's not faster. So don't try this at home. This setup I've got is safe. It's not the fastest down the straights. I'm not sure what setup Daniel's running. No, I'm not going to improve. I'm going to go back to the pits. Pointless. Let's not waste energy. That's it. That's it, Albert. At least it's P3, man. I've welcome to the chat stream, man. Nice to have you on board. Let's see who's still out there. Let's sit with this guy. So Simon is in the. Where are the track limits? No, there's none, mate. You got to explore all of them to figure out where they are. Look at look at Mark Webber, man. That Ferrari almost took off. I was saying earlier in the stream, this is the only part of the game that I don't like so much, is the replay mode and the broadcasting. The servers are in the EU, I think, in Europe, so it just doesn't place the cars always properly. Mate, no rookie driving just yet, mate, but one of these days we'll have a team, and you can join us, man. Welcome, Wilco. I hope you've recovered, mate. I have. I'm geared up. I'm quite excited, actually. Alright, I don't think this guy's improving. So, alright, so Ash, P5 in the Peugeot. About a second off. Where's Graham? Graham's still out there as well. Simon. So there's 4 of us in the league that's here. So that's cool. And then we've got Bruno here, Albert, so your old mate, Bruno Gallo. He's in the Porsche. So listen to that flat 6, man. Window lickers. One of these days my dad will buy me a new PC too. I'm sure of it. I just have to keep hoping. Then the stream can be a bit better. Hopefully the stream's okay. It's running about 100 frames a second. I think it's okay. Yeah, so we're just waiting for everybody to finish their laps and then the race will start. So this is round 4. I've only done round 3. So only done 1 race so far. You can come suck with us, boys. Come suck with us. I actually think once they get the driver swaps sorted, it's cool. They've got a lot of tracks. Obviously, it's just hypers, LMP2s, GT3s, but it's good, man. I really like the game. They just need to sort out the server issue for us in Australia. And I think their ranking system is not great either. Man, I saw your PB. It was fantastic. It was so cool to see you get in there and do a couple of laps, man. And then just as I thought, my PB was okay in qualifying, I noticed we were 2 seconds off top splits qualifying. 2 seconds, boys. We were off the pace by 2 seconds. I'm like, where do you find 2 seconds? And they set that in the Porsche. So the team who was P1 in the official iRacing top split, 15 flat around Spa, boys. And that was with the bop. So, yeah, we've got some pace to find, Jason. We thought when you join our team, then there'll be somebody there with some pace that can do the qualies. Because, by the way, I'm putting it out there, I'm done doing race starts on these big iRacing, specifically the iRacing Enduros. Man, you just, yeah, iRacing is just brutal, man. No, I don't know how they do the 15s, man. It's, I mean, like, your lap was a 69. Well, not a 69, 16.9. Yeah, but 2 seconds still off their pace. But yeah, so if any of you boys want to jump on and become our new driver to start our iRacing special races, go for it. I've already spoken to Jim. Executive decision, man. Anybody can take it if you want it. Well, at least we've got an agreement, Albert, so at least that's good. Alright, let's get the race setup loaded. The other thing that's quite nice with the interface...
That would have hurt Mr. Peter Wall.
...is you can load another setup.
Congrats to Daniel and Bruno for P1 in class. Yeah, you've got about 2 minutes until race starts. That's what I set, so hopefully it works this time. I'm just going to quickly go over that process for the stewarding again. So call your name and number as usual, but with every incident that I review, if I believe that netcode is in play, that incident will be re-looked at after the race when I can have both people's replays. So I will, at the end of the race, I'll probably call out a couple of guys' numbers who are under review, and we can go from there, just to save me saying anything unnecessary during the race, like it's under review or whatever. Then you don't have to worry about it. Does anyone have any questions?
Albert, good question. It's going to be 1 or 2 stops, depending on the weather. It's going to be very, 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 very interesting, because you'd normally on a very fast racetrack. Yeah, there's live stewards here, but I think for this current series, that you just record it afterwards, you send it through and they review it and they do penalties post.
Okay, no questions is also fun.
Broadcasting,
Good luck, guys.
they're not doing at the moment.
Alright, cheers, mate.
Let's just see. Alright, I think it's just ticking over now because I can't
work this time.
click on anything.
Go to the grid for a race start.
Right, so you can see we're going to have wet weather here. Albert, this is why it's going to be interesting. The times will come down because it's going to be wet. Therefore, we might get away with 1 stop. So I'm going to fuel safe like crazy.
If you guys get a drive-through penalty at the start of the race, just call out your number, and then if you can say drive-through afterwards, just so I know what I'm looking for to clear, that would be super helpful so I can get them all cleared quickly.
Several cars the same. I suggest we do a number and name.
Yep, that's correct. Yep. So a number, name, and then if it's a drive-through penalty, just say your number, your name, and drive-through. Leave it at that. If it's an incident, just say number and name, and I'll look at all of them anyway, just so I can clear them a bit faster.
Alright, so for you guys watching, the different tires is simply just the different operating temperatures. So, and you can put any tire on any thing. So I was thinking to maybe do medium on the left front because it takes a lot of battering, but because it's going to be wet, I need all the grip I can have, and I don't know how long this rain is going to last. So it's going to be very interesting, boys. Yeah, so just want to make sure we've got the right setup on again. Yeah, alright, let's go to grid. Alright, so I'll quickly talk you through the MFD at the bottom left.
Good luck, everyone.
Got relatives, info.
Oh yeah, we'll need it.
Same to you, man.
We've only got 8 track
need it.
cuts. Hopefully we won't use all of that.
Fuck all yeah.
I'm genuinely concerned when we damp in the middle of the race. This Porsche fucking race.
People are not happy with the rain because nobody practiced for it.
Yeah, no, you watch. I want it in turn 1.
This is going to be
For
very
legal
interesting.
reasons, that's a joke.
So what's quite nice with LMU is it shows you where you've got to be. You can obviously, like an iRacing, hit other cars, unfortunately. And also in the pits, you're not ghosted. Thanks, Albert. Yeah, hopefully it goes alright. Yeah, it's not that much to learn. I'll talk you through some of the hyper stuff as we do the race. There really is only 4 things: virtual, energy, fuel, wheels, and battery. And once you understand those ones, it's all good. I know, man. Ash was complaining too. He's like, oh, we practiced in dry and it's gonna be wet. I'm like, man, bring it on. It's a friendly league. There's nothing really at stake, you know. So let's just learn and see how it goes. It's all going to be about virtual energy, boys. So if you look at the fuel there, I can flick in between. Oops, if I'm out of line, I'll get a penalty. Let's just focus. So you'll see there's fuel and virtual energy. So the whole point here is to try and get to lap 13 for our first pit stop. As you can see there, the system tells me it thinks it's 2.04 stints. And I think we will go slower in the wet, so it will be just 2 stints or 1 pit stop. So we've got to feel safe like crazy. Lift and coast, basically. Yep. So let's just focus on the race start here quickly. So the motor map is what depletes your battery. And then not use fuel, essentially.
Green flag, green flag.
The radar, pretty good as well.
Yeah, ASA Porsche 92 drive through.
Copy 92 drive through.
Mustang 77 drive through. Starkey Brown.
Round 72 Mustang.
I think I just screwed that up as well.
Alpine 36.
I killed this bloke in front of me a little bit. Oops. Uh,
708.
Cold tires, man. Caught me
708.
out there. I went in too deep, as on me. I'll probably get a penalty post-race for that, but that's okay. Alright, so motor map, switching it down to about 20. That's how quickly the battery will deplete.
88 Collins drove through.
Copy Ben.
Starkey Brown 77 drive through.
Yeah, gotcha, mate.
So I'll try and sit in these guys' slipstream for as long as I can, but I'm going to have to lift and coast, so I probably won't be able to stick here. We'll see. So at the top left in the tower, you can see people's virtual energy that's remaining. That is what will give you an indication when people will pit and how much fuel saving they are doing. I'll apologize to Max afterwards. In front of me, I definitely just went in too hot there. I don't know if I created carnage behind me. So apologies to anybody. That was a bit silly. I just got caught out, not on purpose
Just
at
so
all.
you know, Ethan, you've still got 92 Shmee drive through.
Copy, thank you.
And with this game you can lock your rears very easily, especially if your battery is depleted. So that's why you want to make sure the battery...
When you get a chance, guys, if there's anyone with a drive through, please repeat your number.
So these drive-throughs they're talking about, I think, is when you're out of position.
Sorry, mate.
And the game automatically gives it to you, so it always catches people out, so they just... Whew, alright, we've made it through lap 1, only just. There's no chance catching P1, this guy's an absolute alien. So I'm just fuel saving here, and I'm going to try and do the one stop, so that will be my strategy. Very messy start. Oof, I've now lost the slipstream, so that's not good. So my delta there, I'm looking for 8%. Fuel saving. Just bleed off easy here. Just do a lot of left and coast. I'm sure everybody else is doing the same. You can see by the numbers at the top there. That's how you can see who's fuel saving and who's not. And then the game gets really tough when you catch the GT3 part of the race as well. Just navigating traffic. It's my first season racing hypers. I'm learning a lot. I clearly, on that first lap, overcooked it a bit with the cold tires. But I know also in a previous race, I was guilty also about, you know, just misinterpreting a few things with this car. Like closing speed and, you know, how quickly the braking changes and you catch a GT3 car and things like that. I'm saving more fuel than people around me, which is good news. I don't know if that's clever. Time will tell. And the rain's about to hit as well. Cloudy and drizzle is forecasted. The one thing I will say is Le Mans Ultimate is it's good for close racing. You don't get massive amounts of contact and it doesn't just kill you off track and you're dead. So it makes it people tend to, if you're in a good league, I think it's really good. Just going very slowly through these corners because I want to try and preserve these tires. Because the other thing is you can do 2 stints on the same set of tires. You don't have to change tires in this game over 2 stints. And I'm thinking I might attempt that as well. So you'll probably hear I'm lifting very early everywhere still. I'll check in a moment how the virtual energy is going, if we're on target. Right, so if we go over here, we're on 82% at the moment. The system is telling me it thinks I should put lap 12, and it's just gone below 2 stints, which is great. So yeah, I'm trying to target 8%. Last lap was 7.99, so just about where I want to be. I do think that's what everyone else is doing. So might not be that interesting if everybody's doing the exact same thing. But let's see. So Albert, if you are still online, feel free to ask any questions, man. Happy to try and answer some as I go. The virtual energy, by the way, is a way for the system to bring in kind of like a bop, for those who's not familiar with WEC. That was a terrible corner. This guy behind me is starting to catch up. Let's keep an eye on him. 6 seconds at the moment. Oh, it's so much fun to go through these corners here. In a hyper, it just sits with the aerodynamics it's got. It needs to go fast, this car. It's terrible in the wet. It's amazing in the drive. All the hypers, that is. Alright, well, at least I'm consistent. Same lap time as before. See, I've never started a race at Le Mans in a hypercar, which is probably what will explain the first lap shenanigans. It looks like it's going to get... Maybe there's no rain, I don't know. I forgot to lift and coast then. So virtual energy says currently about 9 laps. I will hope to get to the end of lap 13. That will be awesome. I remember racing against this Rika in OOR ACC. I'll read that in a second, Albert. Sorry, man. This is a difficult part of the track. And I'm not Jardier, man. I can't do everything at the same time. Or Ollie. Yeah, like any game, man. It's gonna take some time to set it all up and configure settings and graphics and all the rest of it. I like the brake profile. It's very similar to iRacing. Graphics is actually quite nice. I really quite like it. The engine sounds and the from the game is good. And the racing is really nice, man. And it's proper endurance stuff, man. So you can double stint tires, you can put different tires on the car, all of that stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm also still learning a lot, Albert. I'm sure my settings are not optimized. I can definitely send you what I've got. I've got a 4K monitor, and I'm running this game currently in 4K. So I don't have an ultra wide, so yeah, probably not much use to you. I don't know what Ash is running, or Graham. Which ultra wide have you got, Albert? Is it one of those Samsung ones? This is a great track to stream because I can read on all these long straights. It actually gives me something to do. Really nice. Oh, and I almost bent the car. Just as I got cocky. Yep, so these tires want to be in 74 degrees, so I reckon it's the right choice. I think the mediums are too slow, so the guys on the mediums will suffer this race, I reckon. I've saved 3% of more energy already in 5 laps to the guy ahead, so that's good. That means even if I'm going to be on the same strategy, I will have less time in the pits. So I might overcut or undercut him in the pits. Yeah, Samsung G9s, yeah, those are nice, man. I looked at those as well. They were on special at some point. Yeah. What brakes do you use? Is it still the CSL Elite stuff, or have you got other brakes with profiling, Albert? Oh, that's too wide. That'll be a track cut. No? Wow. Okay, that's quite lenient. Yeah, awesome, man. So what I've done is I've set up. I don't have the V3s, but I've got the VRS pedals. But what it's allowed me to do is set up profiles for the different games, and I think that's ultimately how to get the best out of the braking for every game, so that I don't have to alter it too much. Alright, we're about to catch some GT3 traffic here. It's about to get spicy. Man, I loved my CSL Elite base. I've upgraded to the podium, the DD1, and I've got to tell you, man, It's very similar to the CSL Elite. So that's a good piece of kit, man. I can feel more fidelity in the DD1 on the podium, but marginal, and it's got obviously a lot more power, which I don't run it at full steam anyway. So, but you know, it was a deal. Yeah, it was on the table. I wanted to see how different it is, but not a major upgrade. I think the brakes are much more important. But this game's brakes is very similar to iRacing, Albert. You'll love it. You've got to punch it, and then you've got to bleed off a lot. So a lot of trail braking required. Which is why a lot of people from ACC suffer to transition. Because they just lock up their rears all the time. They just brake. So that doesn't work in this game. Oh, I don't know when are we going to catch all this GT3s. It's about to get really interesting. I was just looking behind. I can see Ben is saving a lot of fuel. So out of all the top 8, he's the only one that's saving more fuel than me, so I've got to keep an eye on him. He might come into play. I almost lost the car then. Alright boys, this is where it's going to get busy, and I forgot to put crew chief on. So that won't help. So I have to be wide awake here today. This is the worst part, to catch these cars. Oh, how much? 2 seconds. 2 cars, 2 seconds. Boom. Brutal. It all just depends on where you catch these cars, man. Oh, I'm not gonna make this one as well before this end of the straight. And they're obviously battling as well, which I can appreciate. Lost another 2 seconds then. So that's 4 seconds. That's hard, man. Try to save as much fuel as I can in the process, but yeah. So with the V3s, Albert, can you not set profiles per game and change settings? I thought you could. Oof, man, driving like an idiot at the moment. Thanks, Ricky. I'm surprised to see him in 5th. He's probably nursing, saving fuel as well, if I had to guess. Just be patient. I learned from last week. It's just not worth it. But you can see I've lost 5 seconds on this lap, and the guy behind me is now only 3 seconds behind me. It's just brutal, man. And now I'm catching the leaders here at the worst possible time. First track cut. Leader Bruno in the Porsche, of course. Alright, at least that lap I've only lost a second, roughly. But yeah, that was really bad traffic management from my side. I lost a lot of time. I don't know if it's just unlucky where you catch them sometimes.
King 85.
King 85.
I think that King is in GT3s. Yeah, I forgot to switch my crew chief on today. I thought I'll take a bit of a break from gym. Still only overcast, so no rain fallen yet. Very interesting. The one thing I really like about LMU, man, is just the ability to find more people. There's a lot of leagues, especially Australian leagues. One thing I've found with iRacing is I'll get on and there's just nothing I want to do that I'm interested in, that where people are online, and I probably haven't looked enough for iRacing leagues, but it seems to currently have a lot of traction. And it's really nice to try the hypers, and I think they've put really I suppose been able to homologate these cars the best out of all the games that's tried. and also how to manage the virtual energy and all those things. It's as per real life, so it's really cool. So I've been talking gibberish, but I do not know where the leader has gone. I hope he hasn't been disconnected. I'm not seeing Mr. Benefield. So I don't know if he had an incident or if he's had a disconnect. Or has he pitted? Because my crew chief is not talking to me. It would be strange for him to have pitted now, I would think. So I think that might have been some bad luck on his connection or something. So what's interesting is I am doing the exact same pace as the guys behind me. But what's counting in my favour at the moment is I'm saving a lot more fuel than them. So there we go, 1 hour to go. Oh, don't know what to do with tires. If I have to put new tires on. So I don't know, these poor tires are going to last an hour and a half. Being softs and all.
That time was a 3:29.30.
That was strange. I wonder if that's a tyre issue. But I lost the rear there. I wonder if I can just put the traction up a bit. So strange. I don't know what happened there. Whew, what to do with tyres. I also don't know how long the pit takes, so I'm not sure what that will do to the end game time and whether I'll make it on tires or on fuel. So that corner is so tough. Yeah, I just really feel bad for Mr. Benefield because he was leading so far. He was looking like he had it all under control. And I think he probably got booted or something. The bad connection. Oh, you thought, what's the point? I'm just running out on my own. It's boring out front. Give the other boys a chance. I don't know. Alright, so tyres is probably okay because I'm busy doing better laps as the fuel's burning off. So I'm contemplating not putting in new tyres. Still only overcast, so no rain coming yet. Graham doing alright, he's in P6. Ashley, P8. Nice. Don't think Ashley is saving too much fuel by the looks. I just realized I haven't practiced a pit stop yet. So normally crew chief here will tell me if people have put on new tires. Now I don't know. So, it will be interesting. So I'm trying to figure out 58 seconds. I reckon he's put on tires, all of them. Probably the safe thing to do. I don't know. Oh, there's Benefield. He's in P8. Why is he back there? Unless he disconnected and locked back in and fighting his way back. Yep, I think I'm gonna put new tires on as well. New softs, happy days. Right call. Oh, that changed quickly. But this lap, alright, so the pits is not ghosted, so I'm gonna have to be careful here.
That time was a 3:36.81.
Well done with that fuel, Marshy.
No comms, please.
I might not get to the end on this lap anyway. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Graham just hit another car. Yep, that's the one thing with this game, man. The pit lane is not ghosted, so... Alright, so I'm not too worried about Max Rika because he's definitely on a very different strategy than us, and I think putting on tyres was a good idea. I don't know. Time will tell. In terms of lap times for other people, the car definitely started feeling a bit sketchy, so we'll go with that for now. Yeah, by the looks of that, I don't think Max put new tyres in. So as my tyres were not up to speed, definitely just give him the place, and hopefully, I don't think it's possible, but I'll try and stick with him to get a bit of slip here. So 22 seconds now behind Max Rika. I'll continue with my fuel saving exercise. I don't know if this is good or not. It says I'm going to have to pit on lap 24. I'll probably have one lap, not enough fuel here. Strategy, strategy, strategy. Very interesting. Because I think if the rain was to come down, or had come down, the lap times will be much slower. And then the one stop would have worked. But now I think the rain's not coming down. Which means saving fuel is no longer the way to go.
Time 4:47.43.
Yeah, ACC is very much brake. Oh, I've just run out of battery, man. I didn't check that. Oh, that cost me a ton. No, mate, I haven't actually. But yeah, I can say with ACC, it's very much brake to 100, bleed off a little bit, point the car with the brakes. But here you've got to bleed, otherwise the rears lock up. So you've really got to learn to massage the brake in this game. I would say it's like iRacing, more similar to iRacing than ACC. Blokes in front of me are having an enormous battle, but they're not really in the same race. And Benefield, I think, had a disconnect earlier, so he's fighting back. ERS modes, or is it a bit locked to 4 ERS modes, No, so the way that it works is you've got battery that you have to deploy. I'll tell you in a second, mate. Unlike iRacing, that's like quali and race and whatever for their hypers, here it's all just about the motor mode. If I set it here, this motor map just says how much of the battery it's using as opposed to actual fuel, and you just don't want that bar to be at 100%. That's literally the only purpose for it. I'm secretly hoping it's going to be raining soon. Yeah, Jason, if you like the iRacing braking model, then this will you'll feel pretty much at home in this game. I would say it's very similar. Yeah, it's just like a little, you just got to keep an eye on it. It's not too hectic. Everybody helps. Yeah, it definitely gives it another spin, and once you sort out your fuel ratio as well, it's got this weird thing called the fuel ratio. You got to manage how much virtual energy as opposed to actual fuel you're using. Once you've figured all that out, and it's one-to-one to some degree, then it just becomes managing virtual energy. That's all you have to worry about, and tires. Oh mate, he's an absolute... Yeah, he's killing everybody. We're about to get past him here. I'll just bleed off here. Let's not kill a friend. Yeah, no, he's obliterating the field. I didn't expect anything else. I don't want him to come to hypers, man, because he's going to kill us. The guy who's now second, I think he got disconnected, so his race is a bit ruined. But Bruno, Gallo, and him, yeah, they're in different classes, man. I don't know if Terry in front of me here has actually changed tires, because he looks very loose through there. That's it, man. I wonder how's it going with the other boys, with Simon and Ash and Graham. I'm not seeing them on the tower, so I don't know how their races are going. I think Terry Rayton also used to be an ACC man, but not PlayStation. He used to be also an OOR, I think. Very fast guy. But yeah, I don't know if he's like me, just new, also to hypers. Whew. It's a hectic race actually. 35 minutes left, and if it's not raining, I'm gonna be in strife with fuel. I'm gonna have to pit again. So all my beautiful fuel saving initially, all for nothing, I think. But anything can happen. If the rain hits, it might be a 25 lap race and we might be safe.
63, Vincent.
Gotta be 63.
I don't really want to pass Terry here, so I'm enjoying saving fuel here. His pace is not too bad either. I hope he notices I don't really want to battle him, man. So he had no need to defend there and he cost us both time. Both got completely sideways there. He's trying to race me and I'm happy to just sit here. That's okay. Oh, what happened there? That's crazy. My engine just stalled. I went to neutral. Box of neutrals, no gears. That's crazy. Damn, man. That cost me 8 seconds. That could be the difference. Very strange. Never seen that before. I was just shifting and then it just went to neutral. Killed the car. Mate, racing is brutal. I don't even know why I'm doing this to myself. As if Spa 24 wasn't hard enough. It's just always something, man. Yeah, I think the it's definitely still a bit laggy. The servers are in Europe, which I think is the cause of it. So I think once they get local servers to host, it will be a lot better. And when you play online, there is maybe some netcode on the European servers, and when you do broadcasting and stuff, it looks a bit crap, and the replays is not good. But the one thing I've never been able to do, that's on the bucket list for both me and Jim, is to do a proper Le Mans 24-hour race. We've done pretty much everything else, or we've attempted everything else, but we haven't done a 24-hour race in Le Mans, man. And I think next year they might do a proper one. Cheers, mate. I'll catch you later, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for the support. Catch up, man. All the best with your family, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Catch you later, mate. Yeah, man, we'll do a few lemons for sure. Only got 7 laps left. Be 1 lap short. Yeah, I actually haven't done the supercars. I think Bailey has done those, so he'll be a good teammate for you, man. I don't think I even own a supercar in iRacing. I haven't tried them. That might be one to attempt. We'll need to lean on him for some expertise. Alright, I think I'm gonna have to start pushing. This guy behind me is catching at a rate of knots. Team Cops, mate, there we go. You guys should just go in the police safety car. Or the police, we should maybe do a nice livery, man. That will actually be very cool. But he loves the Mustang, so I hope you do too. He's not gonna get into a Chevy. Thanks, man. I hope so too, but I think that luck is running out. We're all going to have to pit. It will be a fight for third now after that 8 seconds. Catch you later, buddy. Yeah, he loves the Mustang, man. That will be the car of choice.
Lap
6 laps. That's all I can do. Yep, I'm gonna be 1 lap short. So because I have to pit, I might as well push. I'm going to do a couple of really good push laps, not change fuel, and the next one start setting that up. So I'll track. That's 2 laps. At Mr. Benefield is only 27 seconds behind, and he's now got enough fuel to the end. So I wonder if he was strategically playing that or if something went wrong with him. But he's still well in it.
That time was a 3:28.48.
Jeez, man. What are you doing, bro? Just stick in your line, man. Just take the racing line, man. It's so unpredictable. A few things have gone wrong already today. "20 minutes left." Alright, so my hope is to catch up to Terry and then just hopefully have a shorter pit stop than him, and hopefully that will jump him. So I've got to try and be as close to him as possible by the time he goes in for a pit stop. $16, 32 across the line, hopefully. Good awareness there. Thanks, mate.
Time 3:29.88.
Martin and his Ferrari doing really well here. Looks like he's in P4. That's great. Graham up to P8. Nice. Yep, I felt sorry for sticking it up his inside the other day. That didn't come out correctly. Yeah, I should have been more patient than the previous race. So I can be clever and I can try and pit first. I mean, I have to pit anyway. Or I can run long and then pit. But I want to avoid pitting on the same lap. Just got the top 3 GT3s ahead of us still. Really have to get somebody to coach me to take those last 3 chicanes. Just really not good at dealing with those. Hopefully I'll catch Ricky here before the corner. Yep. Mr. Dixon here in P2, going really well. Mr. Bruno Gallo in the lead as per expected. Still no rain. I think Mr. Benefield's still going to win this race. Might get hell of a close with Rika. I think I've definitely got Rayton covered. I've thrown some results in the past by overfueling. I don't know how much to fuel up. I think it's enough with 2 laps.
That time was a 3:28.62.
So essentially, there might only be one more lap. Oh, I don't know what to do. How much fuel do we need? I can get there with 16 laps, 16%, that's 2 laps. There's only going to be one more lap. Oh no, 2 laps. Suppose it depends on when I leave the pits. Let's just make sure we've got enough for 2 laps.
3:30.57.
Hold on, Mr. Benefield. Oh, it's a long pit. Agonizing. Definitely 2 laps, so good thing I put that in. Let's see, are we going to be clear of Max Ricker here? Whew, it's going to be tight. He's just crossed the finish line.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, we're in for a cracking final few laps here. Let's see if we can catch up to Mr. Rico there. So if I didn't have the weird 8-second penalty that came from not having gears at some point in the race, it would have been a firm second, but this is going to be fun. Some hand-to-hand combat. This has put a smile on my face, man. 0.6 with a lap to go. That's what you want to see, man. I'm sure he got a track limit there as well, but I had to try something. I just don't have that much straight line speed. He's letting me go. Not sure why. He's. I thought he was going to be fighting a lot more there. He might be unhappy that I use track limits for the speed, but I think so did he. I'm sure he got a track cut there too, so... Yep. I don't know. Anyway. I'll have to go and analyze the first lap incident, because I think obviously I caused some drama, and there might be a penalty for that incoming. So anyway, we'll see. It was a really fun race, really enjoyed it. These GT3s might still come into play here. Oh, I'm gonna catch this guy at the worst spot. Oh, very nice of him to let me go there. Thank you, Mr. King. That great awareness, and you didn't have to do that. Appreciate that. Well done, Mr. Benefield. I don't know if he got it, if that was all strategy, or if he actually got disconnected or something, but he went missing at the beginning. And then all of a sudden he was back in the race, so well done to him, man. Did not expect anything else from him. Whew, I need a drink. That was crazy. I really want to go and have a look at that first lap incident, just to make sure I can see if that was on me. I mean, I definitely know I overcooked it. Let's just go... Let's just sit here. So I lifted off there, and here I started braking already. But I think I locked tires. Yeah, not great. I don't know if that created other carnage at the back. Let's just sit with this guy because he had to also get out of it, I think. Oh no, he was taken out by someone else. So that puts my mind at ease. Oh no, Graham! That's crazy, man. Oh, dude. Oh, that's terrible. Who was that? Just carnage at the front. I'm so sorry to hear about the disconnect, man. I actually thought P1 got disconnected too. That Benefield guy. Because he was missing for long in the race and then he popped back in. But he's so fast, I don't know if he just made it back up. But I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. That really sucks. Who's this? Ash? Oh, man. Yeah, Ash took this out. I took that guy out. But, yeah, I just got lucky. Ash got unlucky. Ash hit him on his back. I hit him on the side. So, yeah, we'll see if there's any other penalties to come. Oh. 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 Yeah, that was a very interesting strategy. I kind of thought he... I just want to go back and see what all this carnage looks like from the back. Let's go here. Yeah, he had a really good strategy, I think. I was hoping there was going to be rain, Graham, and then it was only going to be a one pit stop. Ooh, there's a guy there. Oh, he did really well. Jeez, man, what happened to you at the start? Went wide. Stay out of trouble, stay out of trouble. Oh, there might have been netcode there for you as well. Did you get damage there? 30-minute stints. Yeah, well, he's so fast, man. I'm sure he can do whatever he wants. Did you get damage in this first corner, I wonder? This guy got caught up in all this issues here, I think. Oh. Oh. Man. It's so hard, this track. But I'm happy to see other people screwed up too, because I thought I'm in for a penalty. Because I smashed... okay, a little... So here... my car didn't want to stop. I started braking here. And it was too late. I thought it's a clean track, it's okay. It's like brake, 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 brake. Yeah, and so I had to go in there to try and not hit him at the back. So hopefully he appreciates that, otherwise it would have been much worse. So we both survived. But not good. So I don't know if there's going to be more penalties. Yeah, man. I'll have to go say sorry to him. I caught him on the last lap. I literally caught him on the last lap and passed P2 on the last lap. And I had a weird thing, Graham, where for 8 seconds my car just went into a box of neutrals. So I lost like 8 or 10 seconds.
Alrighty guys, as Ricky comes around the last corner, well done to everyone that finished. That was a lot of really good racing. I was watching a lot of battles there, that was awesome to watch. Well done to Bruno and Daniel for P1 in class. That was a really good drive. Glad to see that the pit stops caused a little bit of strategy, which was good fun. It didn't rain, which was cool. The only two guys that I need a replay from is Paul in 708 and Ben in car 63. If you guys can just send me a replay of that incident that happened, I'll get the lap for you. That would be awesome, just so I could review it, because there was a lot of netcode in there. So, but yeah, other than that, guys, there was actually 0 incidents, which is cool. If you guys have any incidents that you want to report that you didn't get to report during the race, if you could do it within the next hour or two, that'd be awesome. There was a lot going on at the start. Latest tomorrow morning would be cool, just so I can get the results to Harry so he can put them up. Other than that, great job, guys. Next week will be in Monza. So, yeah, get ready for that.
Cool.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the racing. Yeah, good race, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Next week.
Good stuff, guys. Fucking hell, that extra lap. I almost didn't pull into the pits. Almost, man. Fucking hell.
Extra lap.
Why did you almost not?
Because I didn't. I mean, to me, it was certain.
I'll cut the stream. Graham, I'll chat to you later.
One stopper.
See you guys, man.
But he went an extra lap.